Hello everyone and welcome to episode 1 of the vlog. It's good to see you here. There are probably not too many of you watching yet, but we're building something here. This is only the first video, so we'll see where it goes, alright? Alright, so I want to do some introducing, talk about who I am, talk about what you can expect from the channel in the future, and then dive into the vlog part of the vlog, which is going to focus on my recent trip to the Halifax area. So, for those of you who don't know me, welcome. My name is Zach. I live in Ottawa, which is the capital city of Canada. A little bit more on that in a minute. I am a photographer. I haven't been a photographer for long. This is still something I'm very new at, and I've decided that, being 30 years old now, I want to step things up from being a competent amateur to pushing myself into the professional stage. So this vlog, this channel, is going to serve mainly as a chronicle of my journey towards becoming a better photographer. And along the way, obviously, I'm going to learn a lot of things, and I'm going to in turn be sharing those things here so that you can benefit from what I pick up as well. Or just be entertained. And we've got plenty of entertaining stuff along the way. Hopefully I'll get a chance to feature some other artists and photographers that I respect and appreciate and admire. And if everything goes according to plan, there will be some really killer collaborations in the future. I can't talk too much about that yet. Well, because I don't frankly want to spoil it yet. I want it to be a surprise. I want it to be fun. So there you go. Now a little bit of housekeeping. I do fund this channel out of my own pocket so far, for the most part. But you can, if you so choose, help support this endeavor. You can find me on Patreon at patreon.com/ZachEmery. That's patreon.com/ZACEMERY, where you can support the channel and its growth and its development for as little as $1 a month, $5 a month, and you get to see your name in the credits. And if you are one of my $10 patrons, you'll get some access to a few videos that no one else will get to see. This is going to be some fun stuff. I've got a lot of exciting little plans for some of that exclusive content. So if you want to support me, you can do it in a number of ways. You can subscribe to the channel. You can share these videos with your friends. You can like these videos, or you can support me through Patreon. It's up to you. And with that housekeeping out of the way, let's jump into my trip to Halifax. Now, like I said before, I live in Ottawa, capital city of Canada, second largest country in the world by land mass, largest coastline in the world, from the Rocky Mountains to the prairies to the Canadian Shield, the Northern Territories. You've got such a rich variety of landscapes in this country that you just don't see anywhere else. And so it's no wonder why a lot of people call this the most beautiful country in the world. And so, especially with me being a photographer, a lot of people look at me and they're like, wow, you're so lucky because you're in Canada where there's so many beautiful things to photograph. And to me, there's a bit of an irony to that, because honestly, up until very recently, I had only ever visited a small scattering of cities in a very small corner of the country between Ontario and Quebec. Honestly, I've never really had the chance to explore much of Canada, and very recently I knocked a little bit off the bucket list in that regard. I went to spend a week in Indian Harbour, Nova Scotia, which is an hour outside of Halifax, at my girlfriend's parents' house. For those who are not familiar with Nova Scotia, it's Latin for New Scotland. It's one of our eastern provinces. It's right along the shore of the Atlantic Ocean. And the house that I was staying in was honestly like maybe the length of my bedroom away from the ocean at all times. Like it was all right there, and it was all so beautiful and breathtaking once I actually got there. There was a bit of trouble getting to the airport in Halifax. I missed my flight, and any of you who are watching this who are from Ottawa, you know already, you know OC Transpo, our local public transit company, not to be trusted. To those of you not familiar with Ottawa, let's just say, if you ever visit, get on a bus earlier than you think you need to be. That's all I'm going to say on that subject. A lot of headache later, I did finally land in Nova Scotia, and it was just, it's so different from Ottawa that it felt like being on a different planet. And it was just exciting and invigorating for me. It was just everything that I wanted it to be, and I was so excited to film this episode of the vlog while I was over there that I didn't take a few things into account, and so unfortunately this happened.
Hello and welcome to Indian Harbor, Nova Scotia, and yeah, that is the Atlantic Ocean.
And this.
Hello from Indian Harbor. So it is January 1st right now.
And this.
And it's been a pretty fun vacation so far. I think the big thing for me has been getting to photograph just completely different landscapes than what I normally get to do. Especially fun as yesterday we went out to Piggy's Cove.
So a lot of that footage is unusable, but that's okay because now I know something I didn't know before, which is you have to be very, very careful about the conditions in which you decide to go out vlogging. So, you know, lesson learned. But oh my lord, the photo taking opportunities there were just absolutely stunning. Having the ocean right there for one, but my favorite photos came from us going to Peggy's Cove, which is to anyone who's been to the Maritimes, it's a bit of a famous location. There's a lighthouse there that is very frequently photographed by just about every tourist who comes through. So of course I decided to take a shot at it too. Now what I really, really like about this picture is these two people in the side of the lighthouse here. I don't do a lot of landscape photography. I do a lot of cityscape photography, and you know, with city and street and urban kind of styles, it can be really cool to have people in the frame because they add context, they add life to the city. But a lot of people who do landscapes, and on those few occasions in the past where I've done landscapes, you know, we usually try to avoid having people in there. You know, the general conventional wisdom is that, you know, the best landscape is one that is free of humans. In this particular instance, I just felt like this one was made much better by the inclusion of these two people. Honestly, I try very hard to take pictures that grab people's attention and pull them in. I think that, you know, a photo's ability to just make you stop and like really consider it is one of the closest things to magic that I'll probably ever pull off in my entire life. And these two people, they are bringing the magic to this picture. They are creating a sense of intrigue, a sense of, you know, there being a deeper story behind this, which really there wasn't. There was just like, oh hey, I'm gonna take this picture. But you know, in the moment that you see it, it just, you know, it suggests so many possibilities to you, and I absolutely love that about this picture. All in all, the East Coast was very, very rewarding for me as someone who is trying to build themselves up as an artist. It was an opportunity to see the world very differently, and it's an opportunity that some people take for granted, because for some people travel is something that they've always had the freedom to do, and for other people it's not nearly as accessible. But that being said, I think the biggest takeaway from this is that if you want to push yourself as an artist, explore settings and scenarios that you wouldn't normally come across. And if a plane to another province or another country is completely out of the question for you, consider taking a road trip with some friends. Consider going to an area of town that you've never been to before, or consider going at a time when you wouldn't normally go. I have a lot of early mornings where I have to get up at 5:30 or even earlier to be at work, and sometimes I take my camera along with me, because those are some unique perspectives. That might be a future video, by the way, so, you know, keep an eye out for that. Try and find things that you wouldn't normally see every day, or that other people wouldn't normally see every day, and try and capture those and see how you challenge yourself as an artist. I guarantee you, you will not be disappointed. Even if you don't get the pictures that you want, even if you walk away feeling like it was a failed experiment, I think you'll know yourself as an artist a little bit better, and that is what really counts. So that's it for vlog episode number 1. I am going to try and keep some kind of regular schedule going once I get the ball rolling with all this. But until then, please be patient with me. I am still kind of getting into a groove here and building a workflow, so we'll see how things go. I'll try to have something out to you in the next 2 weeks, possibly a tutorial or even a photography challenge video, so have your cameras at the ready. Until then, please like this video, please subscribe, and I will see you next time. Be good.